Good morning. I'm back. Today I just wanted to talk about somebody very, very special to me. His name was, Neil Gaiman. I'm sure people in Wyoming, Lander, Wyoming, they know him well. They know what a good man he was. He was one of the hardest workers you ever saw in your life. They called him the Phantom Electrician because he'd go to bed at 7 o'clock every night and get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And in Wyoming, there was nothing open. And so he would go on the job and work at night or in the early morning. And they called him the Phantom Electrician. We always said about Dad is he had more work done before most people got up in the morning. What a good man. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base on a few things. My dad died a terrible, terrible, miserable death. And I've been brought to the light about what exactly happened to my dad. We thought he died from emphysema. Well, I think in the end he probably did, but there was a lot more going on. And some other people that you might know, my mother, if she is my mother, even if my dad is my dad, but they're the people that raised me. Well, she had something to do with his death. I just want you all to know that. I'm very nervous about recording this one. But what you gonna do? Take my birthday away? You've fucking taken everything else I've had away. Taken custody of my kids. That's not a word, taken. Custody of my kids. I lost everything when I moved to a certain state. Utah. I call it, no disrespect to mentally handicapped people, but I call it Utah. I hate it here. But anyway, I moved from Wyoming to Utah, and I lost everything I owned. I ended up in bankruptcy for $1.7 million. And I earned all that money on my own. But anyway, it is what it is. But I'm here to talk about my dad. Some of you might have been to his funeral, and certain people that worked for him may have known. One of the working men that worked for my dad, my dad had this song on a tape, and my ex-husband recorded it every other song, like it's Journey, it's Don't Stop Believing. And anyway, my dad loved that song, so my ex-husband made him this tape, and it was like Don't Stop Believing, then another Journey song, then Don't Stop Believing, then another Journey song. And the guys that would go on the road with him, they're like, please quit playing that damn song. So anyway, when my dad passed away, everybody's had an input about what we should do for Dad's funeral. And I said, play Don't Stop Believing. He loved that song. And I don't think there's coincidences in life. There's a reason. Oh, I'm shaking now. I can't even hold my ding camera still. Okay, I gotta breathe. Anyway, he loved that song. And one thing my dad really, really liked, he liked to gamble. And anyway, he said it was the only time that he could get his mind off things was when he gambled. He said he didn't think about his problems. He didn't think about anything. All he cared about was gambling. My dad had enough money to gamble, so to each their own. But anyway, in that Journey song, it says, anything just to roll the dice just one more time. Dad, that's what you lived for. You've loved it. And you loved Mom more than anything. and you've shown me exactly what's happened to you. And my dad died at 68 years old. And the day before he died, um, he was in really, really bad shape. But he was trying to tell me something. Well, I understand what he was trying to tell me. But anyway, he was in like a coma. But when I walked in the door, he was trying to tell me something. Well, I know exactly what he was trying to tell me. And before, I know exactly now what he was trying to tell me. But he just kept saying, hurt, hurt, hurt. He was trying to tell me something. Well, I know what he was trying to tell me. It's been made very clear to me. Anyway, when I went in to his room, he hated June 21st, summer solstice, longest day of the year. Everybody's happy on the longest day of the year, but not my dad. He hated it. He said, I hate the summer solstice. And we'd all say, why? And he's like, because that means winter's coming. He hated the cold. He was so funny. He hated the cold. We would go to Las Vegas and it'd be like 120 degrees and the wind would be blowing and we'd walk across the strip and it felt like a freaking blast furnace. And my dad's like, don't you love it? That man could never get warm. He wore his long-handled underwear all the time up until June. He might have taken it off for 4 to 5 weeks, but after that, he always had his long-handled underwear on. He hated to be cold. But it's because he was such a hardworking man and he had to go work out there in that cold. But anyway, what was I trying to say? I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop. I don't know how to edit. I don't know all that shit. But anyway, I went into his room and he was trying to tell me something. And anyway, I realize now what he was trying to tell me. He was actually praying in tongues and talking about everything. But right before he died, he kept saying, there's an angel here. And he's sitting by my bed. And his name's Gabriel. And we go, oh, Dad, there's no angel sitting next to you. He goes, yes, there is. And then the next day we'd come in and we'd say, Dad, did you know you said there was a big angel sitting there? I think you had a little too much morphine or something. He's like, no, I know what I saw. I know what I see. And he's sitting right there in that chair, and his name's Gabriel. And we'd go, okay, Dad, whatever. But he believed it. And if you all know my dad, he didn't lie. He always told the truth. But Gabriel was there for a messenger for him to tell him something. And my dad always said, if I ever get sick, excuse how I'm saying this, he goes, and I can't wipe my own ass, and I can't take care of myself, I just want to die. So anyway, he was so sick. And the nurses would have to come and actually dig the poop out of his ass. And he was humiliated. He hated it so much. So when he was going to pass away, I went in his room and I said, Daddy, now you get to go be with your mama and David, his other son. His son, a lot of you don't know about, but my dad had another son.